Ever notice something, small, something every day that just clicks and reveals something bigger? Well, today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that kind of observation. It's about the really astonishing growth of lucky grass.
Mhm.
You probably know it better as the four-leaf clover.
That elusive little plant, yeah.
Exactly. And our source material, it isn't some dense scientific paper. It's actually much more personal. It's a private gardening journal.
Oh, interesting, like real-world notes.
Spot on. It's called Notes on Gardening, Part 612, written by someone named Ang and published just now, August 1st, 2025. It's a really candid look at one specific experiment.
I like that. Sometimes those personal accounts offer the most, relatable insights.
Totally. So our mission today is to unpack why Ang's latest attempt worked so well, especially when apparently previous tries were total failures. We want to pull out the key nuggets about, well, what makes things sprout? Not just seeds, but maybe projects, ideas,
Sure.
anywhere conditions matter.
And that's really the value here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Taking this single observation, this anecdote, and seeing what larger principles it reveals. It's about turning one person's experience into, well, a kind of blueprint for understanding growth. Nature, success, failure, it's all connected.
Okay, let's dive into Ang's journal then. The first thing that really jumps out, Ang was trying out a bunch of seeds from a new vendor, and out of everything, only the lucky grass sprouted. The four-leaf clovers.
Only those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the kicker. They germinated in just 2 days.
Wow. 2 days.
2 days. I mean, that seems incredibly fast, doesn't it? What does that speed tell us?
It tells us conditions were likely optimal, really optimal. Many seeds take a week, 2 weeks, sometimes longer. Seeing life emerge in 48 hours, that suggests everything lined up perfectly right from the start. High energy, ready to go.
And Ang notes the growth continued fast, right? There were photos showing seedlings by day 3.
Yeah, and Ang mentioned the first leaves, the seed leaves, look like a vegetable. That's totally normal. Those are the cotyledons. They're like the seed's packed lunch, providing initial energy. The true leaves, the ones that actually look like clover, they come a bit later. That's when you get definite ID. But that initial 2-day burst, it points to probably very viable seeds and a really supportive environment working together immediately.
Okay, viable seeds, supportive environment. That leads us to the mystery, doesn't it? Because this success is really highlighted by Ang's past attempts. The journal says Ang tried growing these before from a different supplier
Oh,
and got nothing. Zero success.
not at all.
Nope. Total failure. So that's a huge contrast, right? What could possibly explain that difference?
It immediately makes you think about the variables. What changed? And Ang actually wrestles with this in the journal entry too, posing the question. Let me see. Ang writes, perhaps the seed quality, my seedling mix, or even the microclimate finally met the right conditions for germination.
Right. So Ang lays out the 3 main suspects for us.
Exactly. Seed quality, seedling mix, microclimate. It's usually some combination of those 3.
Okay, let's break this down. First one, seed quality. What are we really talking about there?
Seed quality is fundamental. It's about viability. Is the seed even alive? And genetic integrity. Does it have the inherent potential to grow strong? Think of it like a battery. A good seed is fully charged. A poor quality seed or a dead one. Well, it doesn't matter how great the conditions are, it just won't start.
Like a dud battery. Makes sense. So maybe this new vendor just had much better, fresher seeds.
Could be. Definitely a strong possibility. Higher viability, better genetics, maybe stored better.
Okay. Then the second hypothesis, the seedling mix. Ang mentioned changing that too. How critical is the dirt?
Oh, it's crucial. The growing medium, the seedling mix. It's the foundation. Its structure, how well it drains water but still holds some moisture, the nutrients available. If it's too dense, the tiny roots can't push through or get air. Too loose, it dries out instantly. It needs to be that just right balance to support those fragile first roots. It's more than just dirt. It's like an engineered environment.
Engineered environment. I like that. Okay. And the third piece, microclimate. That word always makes me think of those tiny little variations, like finding the one spot on the windowsill where a plant is happy.
That's a perfect analogy.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. The microclimate is the immediate zone around the seed. Temperature, humidity, light, even small shifts matter hugely, especially for germination.
So maybe Ang's setup this time just happened to hit the sweet spot for temperature and moisture.
Precisely. It suggests that all 3 elements, good seed, good mix, and the right microclimate, they all converged. It wasn't just one thing, but this synergy, everything clicking into place at the same time.
A perfect storm, but in a good way.
Exactly. And thinking bigger, it shows that success, breakthroughs, they often happen when multiple factors align just right. It makes you wonder, how often do we miss that? We focus on one big change, but maybe it's the combination of smaller things we overlook.
That's a really interesting point. It's like Aang stumbled upon or maybe carefully created this perfect trifecta.
Right, the quality of the input, the seed, the quality of the foundation, the mix, and the quality of the immediate environment, the microclimate.
But is there a danger of going too far the other way, like overanalyzing every tiny variable? Sometimes you just need good enough and let things run, right?
That's a fair question. It's about identifying the critical variables, the leverage points. What Eng's success really underlines isn't just that these factors matter, but the precision of their convergence. It's almost like systems thinking. It shows that a breakthrough isn't always one big silver bullet. Sometimes it's the careful orchestration of all the necessary parts,
Mhm.
finding that Goldilocks zone. And once you understand the components of that zone, it's not just luck anymore. It potentially becomes repeatable.
Okay, so let's bring it back to you, the listener. What's the takeaway from Aang's surprisingly speedy lucky grass? I mean, it really seems to show how just observing, sticking with something, and tweaking those variables, that can lead to a real breakthrough. It doesn't matter if it's gardening or, a project at work or learning something new. Failure isn't always final.
Absolutely. This deep dive really hammers home the importance of analyzing both success and failure. Don't just celebrate the win or mourn the loss. Ask why. Understanding the why, digging into the quality of your starting materials, the environment you're working in, those foundational conditions, that's the key. It applies everywhere.
So we've really unpacked some unexpected wisdom from Aang's notes on gardening, haven't we? Who knew a 2-day germination for clover could tell us so much about the conditions needed for things to flourish?
It's a great reminder that insight can come from surprising places. So as you think about this deep dive, here's a final thought to consider. What unexpected successes or maybe failures in your own life, if you looked at them through this lens, seed quality, seedling mix, microclimate, might actually reveal a hidden formula for your own future growth?